A lot of people, for some reason, think that my Facebook page started in 2022. It actually started in 2010. And like I met people over the years like Nancy Budwell on the internet, and I follow people like Max Barnett. The reason why they were showing education about cannabis and showing test results, far as lab results, when you have your cannabis tested and stuff like that. So I wanted to make sure I wasn't giving out false information. So I stayed with the right people. And the main person I learned from, well, one of the main people, he passed away, was Waverville, far as dealing with the political side and dealing with the laws and policies of cannabis. I used to ask him information, and I learned a lot. And another person I used to ask information from time to time. To me, he the GOAT. That's Paul Stanford. In 2022, my old Facebook page at the end of 2022 had got hijacked. You know, I had got hijacked off my Facebook page. And somebody else, the same person, also had hijacked Paul Stanford's. And he contacted me. That's the only time within a decade and a half that I spoke to him. And it was a privilege to speak to him, even up under them circumstances. And if anybody check, you'll realize I've been up on the internet way before 2022, especially Facebook. But most people won't check. See, when I first got on Facebook concerning cannabis, it was more on the educational side, dealing with the medical side, not the benefits concerning people's pockets. Like the medical marijuana doctors, that was an outlet. Medical Jane, that was an outlet. Neurology and cannabis, Debbie Wilson, that was an outlet. I done had the honor of working for her platform over the years, from 2016 to 2018. So when people be perceiving like they done help me, or the people around me done had something to do with what I do on the internet, everybody that's done helped me on the internet, it's been an honor and pleasure to say I never even met them. They from other states and from other countries. Done helped me a great deal though, in order for me to help other people concerning the legalization and the medical benefits of cannabis and medical mushrooms, and concerning human rights. Debbie Wilson, it's always been an honor and pleasure for working on her platform. The content that I used to receive from Paul Stanford to share about cannabis and hemp is phenomenal. And for the people that's around people like that, and you letting your jewels slip to the wayside, that's a waste of time. People like that, and you really about the cannabis industry, learn all you can from around people like that. Paul Stanford, Debbie Wilson, Nancy Budwell, Max Barnett, and many more. I didn't know nothing about marketing and retailing. I used to pay attention to Jane West. It's a lady in the cannabis industry. You can learn a lot. you know. It's a man down there in Florida with the cannabis industry named Steve Jazalki. I can't pronounce his name. I learned a lot concerning the laws and everything about cannabis and that's around cannabis. So when people say, well, he just been up on there, and that means you haven't did your research. If you think everything got started in 2022, it's nobody that's been around me that's done helped me like that. Except for a person, when I lived on Cherry and Ann Street here in Carbondale, and the other person, he was a Grateful Dead brother that lived on Ann Street. And the Republican House had the best cannabis and hash. Hands down on Cherry and Ash. And it's an older person that lived here in Carbondale. He left and went back to Springfield, Illinois. Due to that, it's nobody else that's done contribute to what I've been doing. except for the people that I named first. And I never even met them. Paul Stanford, like I said, I had the pleasure of speaking to him one time. I texted him a couple times to ask him stuff over the years. And everything that I asked him, what I received from him was very valuable information. You know, it's nothing I haven't seen of his content of him to where he mislead people concerning cannabis and hemp and life in general. He's been an advocate all his life. To me, that's the goat of cannabis. You know, Jack Harry, I never had the pleasure and honor of meeting him before he passed away. I still haven't had the pleasure of meeting Paul Stanford. But to me, that's the GOAT. And a big shout out and salute to you. Because, see, it's not about the trend of the pockets of money. It's about the way of life and about the plan itself when it comes to Paul Stanford. You know, and that means a lot to a person like me.